Hey, howdy, hey, you're on with the Juice Man, and this is Boat Game. Now, I've just acquired the ZF-6, so I'm just going to do a quick walk through the stats. A lot of these won't be very important to too many people. It's got the reload booster, just about 20,000 hit points. These guns have a 3.7 second base reload, 128s, there's 5 of them. It's got 8 torpedoes doing 18,400 each, 8 kilometers, 75 knots, 53 AA stat because there's a lot of it, 36 knots base speed, and what I care about the most is my 5 kilometer detectability range by sea. Things covered pretty much entirely in 20 millimeters of armor, which is actually pretty nice because it's 1 millimeter thicker than most of the destroyers at this tier. It's one of the French La Hardy class destroyers, captured by Germany in 1940. That's pretty rude of Germany to rob France's stuff, but I digress. Now, this is my very first game in the ship, because I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I made the video that you've probably already seen, which is me buying this thing and opening all the crates. And I only had time to play one game if I wanted to record this voiceover, because I have to go to work in about half an hour from the time of recording this. So I decided, hey, I'm only going to get one game in the thing. If it sucks, I'll upload it anyway. But I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be an absolute barn burner. It's not going to be one of those kind of games, but it is definitely a game that showcases what this ship is capable of. It showcases the concealment. I get to use the reload booster. And it just shows off, it's a pretty good boat. Let's stop rambling and get straight into the game. Wait, pause, hold the phone. What is that over there? A fellow whale in the wild, a Paulo Emilio, who is going to be helpful in this match, but ultimately not that useful. Let's get the speed going again. Right here, we're just feeling out the enemy team, seeing, what they intend to do, what we can do. That 8 kilometer torp range is certainly not bad, just not torps that you're going to be firing right at the beginning of the match. So already it looks like we've got 4 battleships coming over to this side. They have no idea I'm here yet. I'm not sure if the Paolo has been spotted either. The sea cap is currently contested, and my twist and check's pointing me straight over to the left, so I know that's the direction I gotta point my nose. Now, right at this moment, I saw those torps going at that Paulo, and I thought, oh no. No, buddy, no. Don't need a torp. And the Paulo is now on half health. I don't know if he was spotted or if that was just a speculative torp, but he ate one. It's unfortunate. Now, in addition to all these battleships, we've got a Kagero that has just popped up, and if you look at that, I'm spotted. And we got one of those fancy new spotting ribbons, which I appreciate. Now, there's a Yudachi over here, and it looks like he's in a position to get back behind that island, so I'm not going to use the reload booster just yet. I'm going to smoke up and get the guns rocking, and yeah, there's not much I'm going to be able to do to him. He's already dipped out of there. So I thought, well, let's fire some torps at the Iowa and test out my fire chance.
Smoke screen set.
Now, at this point, Yudachi has popped up again. And I'm aware of that. Get past the torps, and now is a great time to burn that reload booster. Now just look at this absolutely terrifying DPM that comes out of this thing while the reload booster is active. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to get the Yudachi here. The Paolo's going to snipe it, but that's okay, because that's one dead Yudachi. And I'm not miffed about it. Let's go back to raining HE on these battleships until my smoke screen runs out. At this point, I'm just taking a look at the scoreboard and ensuring that it was in fact the Paolo that killed the Yudachi, because I didn't notice that the Paolo had killed the Yudachi while I was playing this. I noticed it now, watching back. And would you look at that? A Kagero that I have just outspotted. So, let's get the guns going. Get a few good hits on the Kagero. Nothing fatal though. And Kagero manages to slip away as the Georgia rounds the corner. So let's activate destroyer evasive maneuvers, i.e. run away and shoot spicy high explosive behind me, maybe even try to disengage. Now if you look at the minimap, you'll see the B cap is being flipped. So that is the direction that I am going to be heading. Now there was a lot of potential in this game, and watching it back, this game potentially could have been a Kraken if I was a little more on the ball, if I was in positions I wanted to be in a little bit quicker. Like if I was pulling into B right now, which I absolutely could have been, I'd be able to kill that Jervis. Now, the speculative torps that I fired into that mess of battleships have just caught that Kagero. So, no need to worry about who's going to get him. I got him. Albeit only, you know, a couple hundred hit points, but it's a kill. His torpedoes are no longer a threat. Now, I'm not going to be able to kill this Jervis. He's already getting cyberbullied by Bismarck secondaries over there. I'm not going to light myself up. I'm going to maintain my element of sneak as I pull into the B cap. I was thinking about it though. Now as I'm pulling into the B cap, have a look at this Georgia right here. This Georgia has a pretty good idea of where I'm going. I'm pretty sure he knows that I'm entering this cap. And now for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to play a very entertaining game of cat and mouse with this Georgia on the island in this cap. If we're being completely honest, I am 100% expecting him to full send it around this corner. So I'm pulling up, getting ready with the torps, getting into position where I can torp him, but he can't shoot me. And this is where the game begins. Cue the chase music. Seems the carrier has decided that I'm now the primary target, and not the destroyer that's actively chasing him. But you know what? That's fair. I'm probably a bigger threat anyway. Time to throw up the smoke screen and no longer be spotted by this carrier. I've got a sneaking suspicion there's torps in the water, so let's casually avoid those. Now it really, really looks like George is going to come around the corner here, but I know better. I know he's going to tactical beach. So at this point I'm getting kind of frustrated with this Georgia, and I say, you know what? I'm just going to go torp him. Now, this may be considered a potato moment on my part, because I occasionally forget what some ships are capable of. Like I'm going to forget that this Georgia has a speed boost and can start and stop very quickly. First time I've seen a clear sky medal from our friendly Iowa. Seems the Lexington has decided to harass him instead of me. Now at this point I'm thinking, wait, nope, don't fall for that. Don't chase the Georgia around the corner. You're smarter than this. As the Lexington tries to bomb me. How rude. So the AA on this thing is not bad at all. If you look at my ribbons, you'll see I've already, this game, shot down 10 airplanes. 10 aircraft. Which is pretty good, all things considered. I'm sure if this thing was spec'd into AA, and you got close enough to a carrier for him to deplane himself on you, you could pull a clear sky medal with this ship. The AA, considering I haven't spec'd into it in the slightest, not even modules, 10 planes already is not bad. So, right here is where I'm going to catch this Georgia slipping. I know exactly what he wants to do. I know he's coming around this corner. I know he's getting frustrated with this cat and mouse game. So, I'm just going to let him. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to taunt him. I'm going to shoot some torps. And he's going to come around this corner. Now, I should have sent the second set a little bit sooner. But I held it. Because I was expecting him to beach. But then as soon as I realized he wasn't and he was going to clear those rocks, I fired the second set of torps. I absolutely should have fired these sooner. Because now, I'm going to get shot again. It ain't going to kill me, but I'm going to get shot. He managed to get one turret off at me. So now I'm on 4,000 hit points, pretty much hard mode, but if you look at the score, we've got 4 ships to their 3. It's 888 points to 229. We've got complete cap control. This game is pretty much won. Our Akatsuki is chasing the Lexington on the other side of the map. Georgia is just pulled into C-cap. This game is over. You know, 3 minutes left, 912 points to 229 still. The enemy team never stood a chance. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, oh, that's not a lot of damage. You know, I was expecting a big damage game. It's only 44,000 damage. Yeah, but come on, man. Look at the ribbons. We got 2 of those fancy new spotting ribbons. Shell hits doesn't really matter, but we've got a assisted cap and a solo cap. We've got 3 torp hits, 2 kills. We've got 11 planes shot down. I'd say we've had an alright game. Now at this point I've got it in my head. I'm gonna go farm some defender ribbons off of this Georgia. But seems he had something else in mind. He doesn't want this smoke. He decided not to be in this cap. That's okay, I'll shoot at him anyway. Game's pretty well over. And then our Akatsuki goes down to the Lexington, and this game just got a little bit longer. Look at that. We were on 999 points, and the Akatsuki died and reset us down. Could you imagine if that was a tight game and that just cost us the game? That would have been embarrassing. But still a win. There was nothing to lose. I'm sure the Akatsuki knew he had nothing to lose. So, GG to everybody in this game. And that's a wrap. So, as you can see, first game in it. 47,809 damage, solo cap, assisted cap, 2 kills, 2,445 base XP. Like I said, I only had time to play 1 game before I go to work and also record this commentary. So I'm just glad it was a decent game. You know, I'll take it. I'm going to put that up. Very first game in the ship, it's a pretty good first impression for me. I like it. Is it worth it? Of course it is. It's a campaign ship. It's tier 7 premium for 2,500 doubloons. I mean, I wailed for it, but you don't have to. So, this has been the Juice Man, and I'm out.